Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I just want to get right into the video today. There's been a lot going on the past few days with the George Floyd case, and I again just feel the need to come on here and kind of express my views and my thoughts on everything and all of the developments that have been happening today, and also with the protests. So let's just get right into it. So if you didn't watch my last video, I'm gonna have a little link right here. It's gonna say like an info, and I'll have that video right there about basically what happened, but I'll kind of go over basically what happened with the case. So George Floyd, he was a Minneapolis, Minnesota resident. He was in the custody of the Minneapolis Police Department when he was killed. And yes, I say killed. It wasn't an accident. It wasn't a mistake. He was killed by the police officer. Chauvin is his last name. Former police officer, actually. So I guess this officer was restraining him, and he had him on his stomach, laying down with his hands behind his back in handcuffs, and he had his knee on George Floyd's neck, which is something honestly straight out of a horror movie. It reminds me of that scene in Orange is the New Black when Poussey died, because she had the police officer's knee on her neck. So he died. The video was posted on Facebook, so millions of people around the world have seen the video. Honestly, it has erupted a civil unrest within the Black community. We all had to watch him die on camera, plead for his life. He could not breathe. So basically, over the past few days, there's been multiple protests in cities across the US. Some of those names would be Los Angeles, Minneapolis, of course, Baltimore, New York, Chicago, Detroit, places like that. And it's been crazy. People are tired. The Black community, we're tired of seeing our fellow brothers and sisters getting killed for no reason. Police are supposed to be here to protect us, to keep us, to help us. And it seems like when it comes to people that look like me, they are just killing us off and they're getting away with it. And it's not acceptable. It makes me so sad. Like, I honestly was just crying earlier watching the news, just seeing everything go down, and it's not fair. It's really not fair that we have to live through this again. My grandma, who is about 66, 67, she watched the, Martin Luther King because she lived in Alabama. So she watched Martin Luther King come through Alabama, Birmingham, and do his marches. And she even knew one of the girls who got killed in that church bombing, one of the 4 little girls. She knew one of them. And it's crazy to see that my grandmother is 50 something years older than me, and that we're going through this pretty much again. And it's just unbelievable. It blows my mind, honestly. I don't know, it's just crazy. So moving on to developments within the case. So yesterday, the Minneapolis Police Department, the Department of Justice, and the FBI opened up an investigation into the former police officer, and today he got arrested and charged with third-degree murder and manslaughter. First of all, let me explain to you what third-degree murder is. Third-degree murder means that you had no intention to kill the person, but unfortunately they died. Now, if you've seen the video, which I'm pretty sure everyone has, there is no way that that officer was doing this with no intention of killing him. George pleaded multiple times that he could not breathe, and the officer kept his knee on his neck. The ambulance came, went over to George, took his pulse, said, "I have no pulse," and the officer continued to keep his knee on George Floyd's neck. How is that not intended to kill somebody? Come on now, it's straight BS. They're just trying to silence us, but we're not gonna be silenced. We're not just gonna let that slide. That's not gonna happen. So I don't know what they thought that was gonna be, but he should at least get second-degree murder. That's at least, because that has, you have an intention to kill somebody, it just wasn't premeditated. And now you can get into arguments that it was premeditated, that it wasn't premeditated, but at least he should get second degree. Third degree is a slap on the wrist. He'll get 2 years prison maybe, and then he'll get probation or something like that, which is not acceptable. Now, I want to move to what's happened today. We saw a bunch of protests erupt over the US. There's been peaceful protests, of course, and there's been riots and there's been looting. Now, while I personally do not support the rioting and looting, I definitely understand it. People are angry. We are all angry. And that is the only way people can get out their anger and show these cop killers and show these political leaders that don't care about us that we mean business. So you have the Martin Luther King side where it's peaceful protest, and then you have the Malcolm X side where it's rioting and, you know, just causing pretty much a ruckus. The people that are looting and rioting for no purpose, they're just doing it because everybody else is doing it, that's disgusting. I don't approve that. But if you are genuinely supporting the Black Lives Matter cause, then I understand it. I totally understand it and I totally get it. And again, it's just making me so sad to see this happening. This is happening even where I am right now. They're having protests tomorrow. And I think they had a protest today at the former police officer's vacation home because they thought he was there. And another thing I want to get across is in Florida, you have to be very careful when you are going to people's houses because Florida has what they call a stand your ground law. If someone comes on your property and threatens you, you have the right to use lethal force to get them off your property. So if the former police officer had been there today at his vacation home, his family, and people had done some crazy stuff and he would have shot them, unfortunately, under Florida law, he would have been in the right. So honestly, I thank God that he wasn't there, that he wasn't stupid enough to come to Florida because we don't play that. And I'm glad that no one got hurt. And another message I just want to get out to protesters, please, please be safe. Please heed the advice that you see on social media. Wear a mask, cover your identity, wear patterns on your face so they can't identify your face. Another thing I saw was once you wear those clothes, the clothes that you wear to protest, don't ever wear them again. Because I would hate to see all of this going down and then everyone get arrested. Because then they will be able to silence us. And I don't want us to be silenced. They need to hear us. They need to understand that, and they meaning the cops and law enforcement and people in power, they need to understand that we are not playing anymore. We are not accepting this. This is not acceptable. The other thing I want to say is regard to famous people, famous YouTubers, people with a platform. Use your platform. It doesn't matter whether you're Black, white, Asian, Hispanic. Use your platform. I've seen some celebrities come on Twitter and Instagram and express their views and help with the cause and provide their input. I've seen some YouTubers donating to like the funds that help the protesters if they ever get arrested. But I haven't seen a lot. And that's very sad. I'm not a big YouTuber. I just started out and I'm small, but either way, I'm still gonna use my platform because it doesn't matter. I don't care how many people watch this. I want the people that watch this to know that one, I'm here for everybody. Two, I understand your pain. Like I said, I've never been in too many racist situations, but it doesn't matter because it's happened to my friends. It's happened to my family. And again, they haven't been as severe, but I have gotten racist things happen to me too, and I don't appreciate it. So just use your platform, speak up, donate, protest, do what you can. I pray for all of the protesters out there. I pray that they're being safe. I pray for their families. And to every Black person around the world, I pray for you too, and we will get through this. The last thing I want to say is, please guys, we have to see this through. We have to see this through the trial and the conviction. And even if we can get the charges upped a little bit to second-degree murder, then that's good. But we cannot let this go in a week. We can't let this go. If we let this go, they're gonna be like, okay, well, let's do a quick little trial, whatever, and just, charge him with community service so the Black people can shut up. No, we have to see this through. We need to be at every hearing, every day of trial. We need to put pressure on these politicians, pressure on law enforcement, pressure on everybody. We have to stand together. We cannot fight each other in times like this. And if you're white, Asian, Hispanic, you have to be our allies. You can't be against us either. We need all the help and the support that we can get. So that's all I really have to say. If you enjoyed this video, please like and comment on it, and also subscribe to my channel. I didn't say this in the beginning, but if you are new, thank you so much for watching. And if you are a returning subscriber, I appreciate the support. And again, I just hope everyone is safe and everyone is aware of the situation. And please, 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 if you are ignorant or if you don't know much about why this stuff is happening, please read up on it. Please understand. Don't judge before you understand. And that's the end of this video. Thank you. Bye, loves.